Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new around here, my name is Hillary and my channel is all about Disney. So if you are interested in Disney content, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. So this is my second part of my two-part review of my most recent Disney World trip. I just got back about a month ago, and this was my first time going to Disney World after they've reopened. And so it was a very, very different experience, and I wanted to kind of just share how it was different and what I liked and what I disliked about it. So my first video, if you haven't seen it, definitely go and check it out. It is on the booking process and what that looked like, COVID-19 in the parks, what that looked like, and also the wait times and crowd levels while we were there. This video is going to be all about my food highlights. So just kind of a general overview of what I ate in the parks and where we made reservations and all of that fun stuff. And then merchandise, a little bit about merchandise. I didn't get a ton of merch this trip, but I'm gonna briefly touch on that. And then characters. Let's just jump into snacks. I had a huge list. I don't know how in the world I thought I was going to complete this list, but had a huge list of snacks that I wanted while I was in Disney this trip. And I did not get to eat all of them, but I got to try a lot. And I made it a point to try a lot of new snacks because I'm just a creature of habit and I love getting repeat snacks. But I stopped myself from doing that this time. So I got the Peter Pan float, the Oogie Boogie worms and dirt, the caramel popcorn, which I've gotten before. That's from Germany in Epcot, but I haven't had it in years and years and years. So I wanted to try that again. The coffee gelato from Epcot in France, the pumpkin Rice Krispie treat, which is just a normal Rice Krispie treat, but it was decorated like a pumpkin, basically. And the pepperoni pizza spring rolls. My favorite snack out of all of these was probably the pepperoni pizza spring rolls. I don't know why I've never had these before, but they are from Magic Kingdom. They're just at this little spring roll cart, and they were so delicious. You get 2 of them. And I was kind of worried because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm waiting in this long line to get these spring rolls, they better be good. And they did not disappoint. They were delicious. So that's probably my favorite snack out of all of these. Although I really did love the Peter Pan float. So now let's go into table service and quick service restaurants that we went to on our trip. So in Magic Kingdom on our first day, for dinner, we went to Skipper Canteen, which is right across from the Jungle Cruise attraction. And it's actually based off of or themed after the Jungle Cruise ride, which was really, really neat. I love the Jungle Cruise, and this restaurant was so cool. Like, the theming was great. The food was great. I would definitely go to this place again. Highly recommend it. So our next day we went to Animal Kingdom and we ate at Flame Tree Barbecue for lunch, which is quick service. That is just basically barbecue. I feel like they're most famous for their macaroni and cheese with pulled pork on top. And that's what my friend and I both ordered, and it is so good. It was so nice to just eat that and watched the little flotillas pass by. I'll talk about flotillas and what those are later on in this video. But oh my gosh, just so good. Definitely a place that I have to go to every time I'm in Animal Kingdom. And then for dinner, we went to Tiffin's, which I've been to before. And I remembered I loved it so much. And so we booked there again, and I was kind of disappointed with my entree this time, but my appetizer and my dessert made up for it. They were The dessert was beautiful. Like, the presentation was so amazing and it tasted delicious. Again, I'll be going into more detail and depth on what that looked like and tasted like in my Animal Kingdom video. We went to ABC Commissary, which is a quick service location in Hollywood Studios, on our next day. And they actually just recently updated this menu. It used to be more of your standard quick service foods like hamburgers and fries, chicken fingers and fries, just kind of like generic foods like that. But they recently updated the menu, and I got a curry rice bowl with tofu. I had never had curry and I'd never had tofu before this meal, so I was feeling real adventurous. But it was really good. It came out really fast. We did mobile order pickup, so we ordered on our phone, and we walked up, got our food, sat down inside. They have a lot of space in the restaurant to sit down inside, which was really, really nice. And I would definitely go here again, especially with the new menu. I want to try some other items. So then later that night, we went to Disney Springs to Earl of Sandwich, which was my first time going there. This is just kind of a gigantic sandwich shop. I was gonna say it's similar to Subway, but not really. It's just a huge sandwich shop. They have so many different types of sandwiches. They have French dip sandwich. They have just normal like turkey sandwiches. But of course I ordered off the kids menu, but it was so good. It was a kids pizza bread, and it was delicious, and it was really filling, and it was really reasonably priced. So I loved it. I'm definitely going back. Probably gonna get a sandwich next time I go there. So then our Epcot day, we went to Topolino's Terrace for character breakfast. And that is located in Disney's Riviera Resort, which is the newest Disney resort. It is a beautiful resort and super, super fancy and modern looking. This restaurant is obviously a table service because it's character dining, and it had Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy. And they kind of just made their rounds around the restaurant for a modified character dining experience. And my entree was okay. I enjoyed the like appetizers, I guess, to our breakfast. It was just kind of like a pastry basket. I liked that more than I liked my actual entree. But I do want to go back here whenever they open it with normal character like experience, like dining experience, because I don't know. I felt like it was way too expensive for the lack of character interaction I got. But anyway, that night we went to Deluxe Burger, which is back in Disney Springs, and it's just a typical burger place, burgers, fries, shakes, quick service. And I ordered because I wasn't really hungry, I ordered a kid's burger, and the burger was like the size of my fist. It was so small. It was more of a slider, and I only got one. So that was a little interesting, but it was still, it was okay. It wasn't anything fantastic. The fries were really good. And they were quick. It was just kind of, I probably won't go back there, honestly, but I'm glad I got to try it because I've heard a lot about it. And then our last day, I guess we didn't eat lunch. I'm looking at my notes right now. I guess we didn't eat lunch, or we ate something. Oh, that's when I got the pizza spring rolls, actually. I forgot. But that was more of like a snack than a meal. But anyway, for dinner in Magic Kingdom, our last dinner, we went to Tony's Town Square restaurant, which is right whenever you enter Magic Kingdom on the right-hand side, right by Town Square Theater, which is usually where you meet Mickey and Tinkerbell. Obviously they can't meet right now, but this restaurant is Italian. It is Lady and the Tramp themed. It has like a Lady and the Tramp fountain in the middle of it. It's cute. Like the theming is really cute. The food is okay. It's not anything to write home about, but it's pretty good. I think I got the shrimp fettuccine, and it was good. I mean, I really liked it, but again, it's not anywhere near the deliciousness of Via Napoli in Epcot in Italy. That place is amazing. I will definitely go here again, I'm sure, because this place just kind of feels magical, and it's on Main Street, and it's really nice whenever a night parade is happening, which it's not right now, but it's nice whenever they have a parade and they can, like you can see that outside of the restaurant. But yeah, that's it. That's just a brief overview of the food. Now let's jump into merchandise for a quick little chat about that. So we did not do a lot of shopping, which is really upsetting because I love shopping. Or really, I just love shopping in Disney parks. We really did not do a lot of shopping, and it's because of the decreased park hours. So we were trying to get onto every single ride. We had 2 days in Magic Kingdom and then 1 day in each of the other parks. And so we just did not have time. I mean, like the parks were open for maybe 7 to 8 hours a day. And while that was, nice and it was doable to go on all the attractions during that time, it was so hard to do all the attractions that we wanted to do and shop and like just kind of mingle on Main Street in Magic Kingdom and just kind of look in each shop. So that was kind of upsetting, but again, it's just kind of, you have to choose what you want to spend your time doing. Do you want to get on every attraction, or do you want to, have more of a balance of like leisure and fun? And I'm gonna have an entirely separate video. That's actually gonna be my next video, is gonna be my merch that I purchased, which is only a few things, but I'm also gonna throw in all of the freebies that I got, like from restaurants and such. Okay, so now moving on to characters. So I have this broken up into 2 sections. I have cavalcades and dining, because we went to the character dining in the Riviera Resort. So first of all, the cavalcades. If you're not familiar with what a cavalcade is, it is basically a miniature parade. So it could be just some characters walking down the street. It could be characters, on a float, like a single float or maybe 2 floats in one cavalcade. But Disney is doing these cavalcades in lieu of parades, full parades, because they're trying to eliminate the huge crowds that come with a parade that's scheduled to happen at 3:00 in Magic Kingdom or whatever. So these are very random. The cast members don't know when they're rolling through. No one knows whenever they're coming. The only indication you have is whenever the music changes in the parks. So it'll be playing just normal theme park music, and then all of a sudden it will change, and then like, okay, there's a cavalcade coming. Each of the 4 parks have a specific route that the cavalcades take. So in Magic Kingdom, the cavalcades are just along the normal parade route, which you can find on the Disney maps or the Magic Kingdom maps. The Hollywood Studios cavalcades I believe they start at the Chinese Theater and then come down Hollywood Boulevard. The Animal Kingdom flotillas, those are the cavalcades for Animal Kingdom. Those are all on these rafts that just go down Discovery River. Those are definitely the easiest to see. We got to see all of the ones in Animal Kingdom. We did not get to see any of the Hollywood Studios ones. And we saw one of the Epcot ones, so that was kind of frustrating. But in Epcot, the cavalcades go along World Showcase, so just along the entire World Showcase. So in addition to these cavalcades, they do have some characters that are just kind of randomly placed throughout the parks. You just kind of have to look and see, you know, you can Google it and see where these characters are and, you know, what these characters are, because they change based on the season. So for instance, whenever we were there, it was around Halloween. So they had Halloween cavalcades, and then we also got to see Chip and Dale dressed up in their Halloween costumes near and like above the Country Bear Jamboree in Magic Kingdom. And then we also got to see Buzz on the Tomorrowland stage in Tomorrowland in Magic Kingdom. And then in Epcot, they have Alice and Mary Poppins, I believe, are just kind of like they're whatever, talking to guests from a distance. But it changes based on the season. So right now they'll have Christmas cavalcades. And again, it's exciting that they have these cavalcades that are very random. And, you know, I don't know, it's exciting whenever you just happen to like run into a cavalcade and you're like, oh wow, okay, let's like check out this cavalcade. But then it's frustrating whenever you're someone like me who is, you know, just trying to get on every single attraction and you're inside of a building for most of the day, then you don't see any cavalcades. So that was a little frustrating, or that's like a frustrating aspect of the cavalcades. But I think it's really cool to see all these characters in more of their element and not just standing there posing for a picture with you and signing an autograph. But that's kind of my take on cavalcades. I think they're really, really cute, but I can't wait until normal parades come back so that I have, you know, a time that I can be like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and a parade is gonna roll by and I'm gonna see all of these characters. So now moving on to dining. I'm gonna go into more depth of my Topolino's Terrace experience in my Epcot video, because that morning before we went to Epcot, we went to Topolino's. And so I'll kind of give an in-depth review of it. But I will say that the character dining right now it's obvious, it's modified. That's what they say, modified character dining experience. And this modified dining experience just kind of, I feel like it's not worth it, honestly. I think they've decreased the prices, maybe not all of the prices. I'm not sure how much Topolino's was per adult prior to COVID, but I paid $42 and we got like an appetizer of pastries. Like we got unlimited pastries, we got a drink of our choice and an entree. And these characters, and the characters can't come up to the tables, they can't sign autographs, they can't, you know, like interact with you. They just kind of parade around the restaurant and they'll pose for a second for a picture and then they're on their way. So this was more of a stressful experience than an enjoyable experience for me. And I've done a lot of character dining, so I kind of had these high expectations for character dining, and then I was so excited to have this reservation and I was just kind of disappointed. And it might be different whenever you have a little kid who, you know, I don't know if the characters just kind of looked at three adults sitting at a table and they were like, oh, we don't need to really spend that much time, you know, posing with that, like for pictures with them, like let's focus on little kids. But it's like, I paid $42 for this. I want a picture with every single character. And so I don't know. It might be different with different people, you know, and it might be also different based on the restaurant that you go to. So there are a few different restaurants that are open right now for modified character dining. And that includes Topolino's, Garden Grill restaurant, which is in Epcot, Cinderella's Royal Table, which is in Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood and Vine in Hollywood Studios. and they're going to be opening up Chef Mickey's, I believe, in December, which is in the Contemporary Resort. And so these are the only restaurants that are available for character dining. And again, you know, the characters can't come up to the table, so definitely take note of that. They can't come up to the table. They can't sign autographs. They can pose from a distance with your children or with you, but, you know, just kind of prepare yourself for them just rolling around, like not really spending a ton of time. The one good thing, or not one, there were good things about this place, but one of my favorite parts was the fact that we got a signed postcard, or I guess it was a postcard. I mean, I'll show you in the merch video what it looks like, but basically all of the characters that were at the dining location, so Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Daisy, they all signed their autograph on the back of the card, and on the front of the card it has like Disney's Riviera Resort or something. It's really cute. So I think that was nice that they at least provided something that had a signature, because, you know, a lot of people go to these character dining locations wanting that. They want the character's signature. So I thought that was really neat. But yeah, those are my thoughts on character dining. I just want to be honest. I don't want to sugarcoat this experience. So that is my honest opinion. Maybe it's different though, again, for the different restaurants. That is it for today's video. I'll be doing a merchandise haul in my next video, which I'm actually about to film, so I'll be in the same outfit. I'm gonna change my ears though. But if you haven't checked out my part 1 of this overview review, definitely go and check that out. Like it. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notifications bell, and if you have any content ideas, video ideas, let me know, and I will see you real soon.